Right.
Okay, and if I am correct, we should be live across multiple platforms. We are back with GuildsArena Season 8. I'm joined by my co-host Ray Ash. It's been a while, man. How you doing?
Yes, it's been a while, and GuildsArena is back finally. And yeah, it's been a long time, man.
It's been a hot minute for sure, but we are happy to be back with Mobile Legends Season 8. We have our first game coming right up. Right now, I'm going to get them to start the match. It's Makiling Lakan Esports versus Callisto. And,
Makiling Lakan Esports versus Callisto.
yeah, you pronounce it better than me.
Yeah, since they're mostly Filipino teams, then you know me.
Yes.
And yeah, I'm really excited about this, like all this new meta, all the new stuff that's going on, especially like in the competitive scene. Man, I reckon you probably have been updated in all of that. But like,
Yes.
that's why I'm here to explain everything that's going on.
Exactly. I follow Mobile Legends a little bit, but I am not up to date with all of the competitive meta changes. That is very true. You will have to provide that insight for us here, and we're happy to have you here to do that.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here, and yeah, let's get it on started.
Yes, for sure. I've told them to start, and they should begin any minute.
So what happened? What have you been doing since like the last season or so?
That's
or
a
so?
very good question. I was busy working. I had a job at a game, and it took up all of my time, basically. There was very little outside. Oh, here we go. Straight into the draft. We'll discuss what I've been doing after we have seen the draft.
Yeah, looking a little bit clean, just a little bit of an off skew, but hey, new stuff, right? It's new stuff.
Yes, I will get that fixed up. That's not a problem.
Not probable. I cannot see some of the names, but we'll deal with that later. And let's head on to the bench, shall we? You know Fanny, that big mobile girl with the cables.
Yes, yes, I do.
And you can tell that's like a really high skill ceiling of a hero, that Fanny, which is why they're respecting it against the opposition. And meanwhile, Matilda, the girl that flies all over the screen, still a very obnoxious support to deal with because she can guide people with the guiding wind, that second skill that enables any of your team to have a dash onto her. And you haven't seen this guy before is Nolan, one of the new heroes who is like very mobile as well. He dashes constantly and deals an extremely high damage in a short amount of time. So what they're aiming to do is just respect the assassin choices of Callisto, if I believe that is the second, the red team,
Right, right. Correct.
and Dig. Right, Kidding Lakan on the first pick, harving the Balmond, but we have to address the Diggy. And hold on a minute, Harith. Now he's a hot topic right now because this mage, this little boy, very mobile, very annoying, and deals a lot of damage. He's one of the top picks right now on the gold lane. We've been seeing him all over, and especially during the recent patch, he's the top of the priority in terms of the gold lane. So you better keep your eyes peeled on him.
That makes a lot of sense. And a good early pick then.
Really, extremely good early pick. But something to note, like an interesting first two picks is the Barretts. Barretts is still in the meta, but the Lunox did get a little bit of a buff. Not really that significant, but hey, what they have in mind is that Lunox can be flexed onto the gold and onto the mid lane. So I believe they're going for that route, but Makiling Lakan gonna set their sights onto the Fredrin as well as the Arlot. Really good choices here. Arlot is have you seen Arlot before?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, Arlott was big in the meta of the last season.
the last season. All right, really obnoxious to deal with. As well as the Fredrin with the objective taking. So we have two tanky junglers right now, and Kalisto is going to close their first phase with the Yuzhong. So junglers and XP laners are locked in. A flex pick from the Lunox, and I'm pretty sure that that Pirate is gonna go into gold lane.
Right, that would make sense for sure. Good early picks. We're down to the last ban.
The last set of bans is going to be the Estes for the roamer choice, and probably respect. We don't usually see a lot of Estes, but I reckon that is going to be respect against the lineup of Makiling Lakan, since Estes. I don't see a problem with the Estes in the lineup of Makiling Lakan, which is why they banned it. Really high regen capabilities, and they're closing out this band with the Claude. So they believe the Lunox is going to go on the mid lane, but we're not sure just yet. And a really good pick. So honestly, I don't know what they're going for right now. Actually, they have two fighters currently in their lineup, the X-Borg and the Yu Zhong. So one of them's got to go on gold, unless it's the Lunox
Very
or
interesting.
what, or one of the fighters are going mid. So yeah, I do not know what they're thinking currently right now. So we're just gonna set the attention first onto the blue side now, and the Savior is being hovered. They have a roamer left, and the Tigreal. Oh, you haven't seen Tigreal a lot lately, right?
No, no, definitely not. I
Tigreal
haven't seen him a
usually,
lot at all.
yeah, usually Tigreal is like one of those beginner tanks that you would like, the one of the first tanks that you would learn from, or would you try to learn when you're starting off in the game. But right now, Tigreal is a hot pick, one of like the one of the most OP picks nowadays. I
Wow.
want to say OP. He got a little bit of a nerf. It was at the end of 2023 when Tigreal is at the peak of this meta of that year.
That makes sense.
A very reliable setter, a really huge amount of crowd control time from him, and the Savior adds a little bit of more of range. And the last the last pick being the Faramis is going to complete their mid lane. So what they're aiming for is that they want to mitigate the engagements from both the Arlot and the Tigreal with the Netherrealm, the Cult Altar, the old name, by the way.
Very cool. Oh, it's changed its name. Okay.
Yeah, there's name changes, just like part of the balance now.
Very
And
cool.
yeah, it's called Netherrealm. Honestly,
Netherrealm.
Cult Altar is a better name.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, but we'll decide later. Right, and here we go with Callisto and Mackling Esports. How do I pronounce that? You say it for me.
Makiling. The
Makiling.
key is more emphasized.
Okay, Mackling. Okay, perfect.
Makiling Esports versus Callisto. We're heading into the land of Dawn,
Love it.
and let's go.
Let's go. Shout out from the chat. Rendell Allen, so glad to hear your voice. Hey man, we're glad to be back as well. We're glad to be back. Right,
Yeah,
let's get a
really-
nice zoom. Sorry.
Yeah, we're looking at the start right now. Both junglers are starting off on the left side of the map. Callisto starting off on the orange. Meanwhile, Makiling Esports, Dazai on the purple. And they're going for safer rotations. Is Makiling Esports is for Dazai going straight to his orange buff. Meanwhile, Callisto gonna get their hands on this Little Wanderer. So nothing much going on. It's just the pathings of those junglers. They don't want to fight just yet.
Let's go. Yes, definitely an safe and cautious early approach from both teams. Not doing anything wild or too crazy.
And meanwhile, Callisto already said the fight. Are we trying to like get this Fredrin out of here? Dazai gonna get petrified. Arla dashing in and big damage. Inogen is gonna get that first blood. An instant kill onto the jungler. Not looking good for Makiling Esports right now. And there's a death to this. Welcome, eat him up, spit him out. Another kill. for
Okay.
Kalisto. Really big
Callisto
start.
taking the 2-0 lead early. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, really huge pickoffs onto the jungler as well as the XP laner. They're not gonna hit level 4 by the time the turtle comes up. And right now, we're gonna look at the top here. Tangerine dealing a lot of damage to Aki
Yeah,
gameplay.
had to back off.
And it's confirmed it is a gold lane Lunox and a mid lane Xborg, if I'm certain. I'm not sure who's the roamer right now, but whatever it is, it's working for Kalisto, who's gonna get this turtle. A big push onto the Barras Dazai, freely getting that retribution onto the turtle. They're gonna get this fight. Shadow Stampede. This Tigreal's level 4, but NetherRealm is gonna save his life. And look at MSG, the no-name Dragon Tail, gonna get the kill onto Nixu onto the backline. And Sawi Waves eats up a big Apprentice Wrath. Double kill for the Yuzhong. The Arla's gonna get taken out. 2 to 3 trade, rather, in favor of McKinley Esports right now. Dazai is gonna dash out of here, and a big tussle between the two
That was
teams.
crazy. Yeah, great little battle there, and they'll be happy with their 2 kills, but they've got to stop taking the deaths and getting picked off.
Yeah, it's a really big trade if you ask me. Like they got the turtle, but in return, Kalisto got more kills than them right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would have said it's like a good early start for McKinley Esports right now to bounce back rather from that debacle from the first minute. But hold on, Yaw's gonna
There
get
we
bursted
go.
down by the Savior once again. So yeah, I think it's all action at this point.
Yeah, this is a great fight. Let's go.
And look at the Harith overextending there, and oh, the shields. Oh my goodness! Like he was at the inside of the tier 1 on top.
Wow.
And I believe Aki gameplay like used both of their ultimates to keep himself safe, but nah. This is why the Harith is like a really good pick right now. And looking at the bottom
Oh.
side, a kill once again with the help of Dazai. No, Dazai. Oh my goodness, I couldn't tell. You gotta get your cameras ready.
Yeah, I gotta be
Ready at all
quicker.
time.
My bad, my friend. I'll pick it up.
Hey man, it's fine. It's fine. You're
Oh.
gonna take that knock up. Oh, Jin. Too close for comfort, my friend. You gotta stay back. You're level 4. You are the roamer, probably. I guess so. But a big Donning Light dealing a lot of damage. Final slash onto 2 people. Daze with a killing spree. McLean Esports looking like they're bouncing back right now. They're currently in the gold lead, a small one at best.
Yes, yeah, we haven't even talked about the gold, but they do have the
Oh,
slight
big implosion.
advantage, and what a kill.
Implosion onto 1. NetherRealm being forced to be used. Instantly getting depleted. Kalisto. The side of Kalisto getting fended off. Another turtle for McKinley Esports, and they are bouncing back. Currently
Yeah.
6-6 in the
Yep.
kill score right now.
They've leveled
But the
up
gold
the
lead.
kills, and they've got the gold lead. It's been an impressive fight back from the 2 early kills that they took.
Yeah, like one of the bigger cons right now from the lineup of Kalisto is that you're not set on what your roles are going to be, whether you're going to be on roam or they're going to be on mid, because you have an Xborg as roam and Yas as the mid laner. You gotta set your purpose on what you want to do as that role.
Right, right. 2 multi-purpose, and now you don't know what to do.
Yeah, like Inojin at best is like you uses fire, uses true damage at the maximum if you want to fend people off, and it's very understandable that you're going against a Fredrin, but considering the position you're in, being the least priority of gold, you're not gonna deal a lot of damage either way. But
Right.
then again, a big fight on mid. Netherrealm's gonna get depleted. Elastic Sanity as well. Going in, spit him out, but not onto the wall. There's a big immobilization from the Savior, Nixu, and look at No Name coming in hot with the Black Dragon form. Gonna get in, try to get the Petrify, knocking up 2. Not gonna get that kill, and he might get punished, but look at the region coming from it, but eventually he's gonna get bursted down by Nixu. And there's another one, Zaman Force, onto this Faramis. Yas is gonna get taken out. McLean Esports in the ascendancy once again with 2 more kills. Attempt at a purple seal, but to no avail.
Didn't get it,
But
yeah,
yeah.
but good snipe. Nearly.
Really, the timing.
Yeah.
And that is a lucky shot if you ask me. But like that, if he would have gotten it, that would be even luckier.
Yes.
He was at like the kill threshold,
Right,
but a
right.
wee bit off.
Impressive start from both teams. It's been close, but
It is.
Mechelen
It is close.
are definitely slightly edging
Look at
the
the top.
lead
Look at
now.
the top. Lunox had to use both the ultimates, getting a face full of dawning light from afar.
Oh, it jumps
Big
in.
debacle.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness, what an ultimate from the Lunox, keeping himself alive. No kill so far, but Kalisto got the third turtle of the game. And the X-Borg, Inojin has to flicker out of here. He still has his immortality until now. He eats a dawning light. No more immortality for that X-Borg. Big knock up. The Netherrealm keeping everyone alive. The fire stakes pulling him hot. Sammy Ways with the detonate welcome. John Wick is gonna go down. Dazai as well, but he gets that kill onto the fire miss. Kalisto is trying to fight back CC Mune. Look at that furious dive from that Yu Zhong. And a 2-1 trade in favor of Kalisto.
yeah, very interesting fight there. That was a long, drawn-out battle. They're all repositioning, and yeah, two teams that are clearly very well in tune.
Well, like I'm seeing the limitations of Kalisto's lineup right now with the Faramis. I get it. I get it. You have the lifelines, you have the magic damage, but export has to roam. Like I get the concept, but I am not feeling it so far. Like we gotta be set on who will initiate. Who will initiate is going to be it's eventually is going to be that Yu Zhang as well as the Barrett, but like it's gonna be very hard to execute, especially a very imbalanced type of lineup from Kalisto for McKinley Esports, they just it's bread and butter. You have the implosion from the Tigreal, and a good amount of peel and frontline from this Fredrin, and you got good amount of damage output from that Harith.
Yes, indeed, that's been absolutely ripping stuff up. Shall we take a very quick look at the gold?
Yes, the gold lead right now. At the very first parts of the match, Kalisto had a really small lead, but up to that point, McKinley Esports with a huge snowball, and there's that big Netherrealm that's getting cleared out in an instant, unstoppable for this Fredrin. Tangerine with the killing spree as well, gonna get taunted by Dazai once again. Triple kill. It's only the Yu Zhang left.
Okay, yeah,
Ah.
starting to snowball now, the power, and you were completely correct about the composition. It's definitely favoring.
And with that, McKinley Esports gonna get their hands on this first lord of this game. But
Not
I'm
even
really impressed.
contested, yes.
I'm really impressed by Dazai on that placement of the Appraisers Rad, that big bonk onto them just after the Netherrealm was depleted.
Right.
Really good timings, really good patience. Because if he used that big ultimate while
Whilst it was still live, yeah.
yes, man, Kalisto would have still had a fighting chance. But considering the lead that they got and it's extending by the minute, it's currently like 8K now.
Yeah.
Kalisto has to stay calm. But
Yeah.
to what avail? Who will initiate? Who will get that counterplay from McKinley Esports?
I've just pulled up the items for a second for us to take a look at as well.
Yeah, Harith having a good amount of magic damage right now. He does have that Blood Wings now. If you know the Holy Crystal, they have changed prices.
Right.
So the Holy Crystal is like your Blade of Despair, a magic version, but the Blood Wings gotten very cheaper, but still gives a good amount of magic damage. So it gives a lot more survivability as well onto the Harith right now. But hold on a minute, mega kill for that Harith right now. Tangerine gonna get the kill. Unstoppable for Nixu as well. And they don't care. They don't care about towers. They care about kills. Look at that Zaman Force and the Harith balls deep inside their base.
That was mad. That's so aggressive, but it paid off, and they're doing it again.
Yeah, once again, that Barrett is gonna get bursted down. They don't care about tier 1s. Legendary for the Fredrin. And my god.
Nixu nearly got himself killed there.
Out of all people, he's the one to tank the turrets for the Fredrin for some reason, even though the Fredrin has a dash.
That's
very
hilarious.
ironic if you ask me, but if it works for them, why not?
It worked. You can't knock it. That's the one. Oh, that was crazy. Very aggressive play, and that might have settled this. The overwhelming gold lead is going to be hard to come back from now.
Yeah, it might have, especially with the 19 to 9 kill score and they barely like 9k gold lead in the 11th minute of the game. That is very quick if you ask me.
Yeah, it's impressive. They've done a good job, especially considering they were 2 kills down at the start. They really turned it around, and seeing a huddling up a defensive formation and change here from Kalisto.
Yeah, speaking of defensive formation, I'm really curious on like what they have to do with a certain lineup with the defense. Like they gotta look for that counterplay, just like what I said. But the problem is that if you're facing off against that implosion from this Tigreal, catching like potentially 2 or 3, who will be the one to get that counter punch that Kalisto desperately needs?
Yeah, of
Like you have
course.
like Yuzhong or Barrett should have to be picked up. But hold on a minute. Oh no! What bad position from Sammy
Oh
Ways.
dear, it's a.
But skill play onto that one big Baron. Hey, you may be tanky, but with a
You're
lead
not
like
that
that,
tanky.
it's not gonna
Yeah.
matter.
You're not 4 people tanky.
Exactly, man. 4 people tanky. That is the perfect description to describe that. And but just like that, it's just hunky dory, like bread and butter. Bob's your uncle. They gotta get the second lord of the game, which is currently enhanced now. So
Yes.
Kalisto is gonna need some double time, more presence of mind in order to defend this right now. Sammy Ways, looking at this situation, especially when they're overextended like that, you gotta be like the big initiator, not the big frontliner.
Yes.
Frontliners and initiators, two different archetypes. You gotta be one or the other, if not both. Because if you try to be both, and if you can't fulfill both, might as well not.
That makes a lot of sense, yeah. It's coming straight down the middle, and they're going to have to put up a strong defensive stand here. Let's
And
see.
look at the positions of McKinnon Esports manning the side lanes for now and not touching the Lord side, which means if you look at the minions from all lanes right now, they're going to be synced in unison, crashing on to the base of Kalisto right now. And it's basically a full-on split push. Kalisto has to choose one or the other, or like a multitask onto all 3 lanes.
Yeah.
But right now, the Lord is gonna get the crash onto the mid lane, and they have no choice but to attend to that. Big Dawning Light gonna deplete that Viraga armor of the Xborg. Middle inhibitor down. Lord gonna get, bursted down a little bit, so Kalisto might be in defense mode, but they still have Makili Esports still has a good amount of ultimates left in their disposal. One big initiation from either the Arlot or the Tigreal might seal the deal. But Kalisto
Being
is
very
still holding on.
cautious. Yeah, it's quite
Very
smart.
cautious right now. Oh, but a big knockup. They're crashing in. NetherRealm gonna be instantly depleted right now. Last Insanity trying to do some damage. And there's a big implosion. There's a big final slash. And members of
There it
Kalista are getting
goes.
bursted down one by one
Melted.
until the wipeout. The
Yes.
game going over to McKeating Esports.
Indeedy, what a great match. And let's take a look at. Oh, wait, yeah, we got a new screen. Victory! Congratulations, Mackling Esports. You will be going through to the next round. Hard luck to Kalisto. A good early game from them, but couldn't sustain. So let's take a little look at the stats.
Yeah, like I said during the start of the game, a little bit sus of a composition from Kalisto right there. Like I roam Arlot once again. I get the concept. Early damage from the Xborg with a true damage, just to like try to keep the Fredrin at bay at least. They did have a good amount of early game. The early damage is there, but during the later parts of the game, everyone's gonna have their items and everyone's gonna be equipped to try to initiate and tank the damage that they needed, that Kalisto couldn't deal the damage later on. And who are they gonna rely on instead of the damage output? Usually the gold laner, but it's Lunox. You're gonna have that one big burst of dark ultimate to try to free hit, but you're not a marksman. You're not a basic attacker. So that's gonna be like one huge chunk of damage output that you're gonna be missing. If you have to rely on the Yu Zhang, yes, he deals a lot of damage, but like that's all that he could do apart from like trying to initiate, trying to be that fighter to try to sustain in the front. But there's not enough burst. You do have the Lunox, but against this Harith, very skilled from Tangerine, like one of the unsung heroes of this current matchup, like being clapped by this Harith, which means the core technically, which is the Lunox, basically incapacitated for the whole game. And without that damage output, you couldn't fight back in the later portions of the game.
Yes, very good and succinct analogy and summarization of it. Strong performance though, and from Macaling Esports, and they'll be very happy in going through to the next round. Let's get lobbied up for the next game. We will be back in 15 minutes with game 2. See you all very soon. There it is. Okay, and we are lobbying up. The game should be live in 2 minutes, maybe less. Everybody's joining the lobby rapidly. So, yeah, stay tuned. We'll be back with game 2 in just a minute.
You live now?
Gaze upon the edge of the void.
We
Alright, you
are
could have said an
live.
intro. You could have said an intro for me. You know, get my queue up since we're back now.
Oh, sorry, my friend. Yeah, we're back with the draft for game 2. We have
Sir, what's your
Otog Ego Esports versus Silencio. Silencio are 3-time winners in GuildsArena. They've had a successful past, so this is going to be an interesting match. Let's see those first bans.
Yeah. Remind me again on under what guild they are in. Since they're
Actually,
3-time champ.
they're just playing for their team names, these two. So,
Yeah, but formally under what guild? Yeah.
Oh, right, yes. So Silencio are from Tag Guild.
Tag guild.
Yes.
Yep. 3-time champions. Now I know. I remember that name kid so good as well.
Yes, Kit, yeah. And a Matilda ban.
Matilda ban. We're usually gonna see this. You don't want to see that as a support on one of the teams.
For sure.
As well as a Fanny and Fredrin ban, so we're really limiting the options for junglers right now in terms of assassins. As well as a Novaria ban. If you know about Novaria, she like opens up the map, like trying to see people from afar.
Yes. Far vision.
That Astral Echo.
Yes.
And now for the first pick, with the Fredrin, really solid first pick is Fredrin, like a tank that deals a lot of damage. So that is that. But for Silencio on the red side, I believe, am I correct?
Yes. Yep.
with the Florin and the X-Borg. And let me tell you that Florin is a really good combo with the Fredrin. Because, like, global healing is a really huge deal. And, like, a simple stun is gonna give you a lot of openings for the Fredrin to, like, go ham and try to build up his passives to deal a lot of damage. And for the X-Borg, a regular counter towards the tanky people such as the Fredrin. And now securing the next two picks for Otog is going to be the Harith once again, as well as the Paquito will most likely go to the XP lane. And we saw how Harith is in the first match, but for the Paquito to match up against the X-Borg, he is seeking to burst down that Faraga armor.
And a
And to
Diggy
get that
ban.
last Diggy really wants to mitigate that crowd wants to get their crowd controls going, particularly that Daytona's welcome from that Barrett. So yeah, good Diggy. I don't see why not.
Good ban, yeah. And here's the last ban.
Oh,
Moscow.
Moskov. Okay, Moskov is a menace towards in the ranked games, but nowhere to be seen on the competitive scene. But considering in this setting and what they're going for, maybe that is respect. I don't know. You are the Harith, but there's gonna be times where the Moskov in the late game will out DPS at Harith, especially with the amount of mobility that he has when he keeps on dealing his basic attacks. But
Yeah.
speaking of mobility and basic attacks, the carry is being hovered and is going to be picked for Silentio, and she is going to be the one in charge of whittling down the tankiness from that Fredrin and potentially the Minotaur or any tank in that matter.
Here we go. Last two picks for Otog Ego Esports. And it's a Xavier and the Minotaur.
Once again, the Savior being picked in this current season, as well as the Minotaur, a really reliable healer slash initiator. So that is that. Looking to be a very balanced lineup for Otog Ego. But the last pick we are looking for a mage right now. The one I'm seeing is the Lilia, since there's a lot of divey stuff, but like not a lot to get out of it. You know, the Fredrin and the Paquito. You'd really want to keep them, at bay, but instead the farmers pick once again. This time in the hands of Silentio. So yeah, a little bit of a shades of the first match here with the initiation as well as the Netherrealm. Just the same status quo on these team fights. But this time around, both lineups are looking to be very balanced.
Indeed. And so the final lineups are Minotaur, Xavier, Paquito, Harith, and Fredrin versus Carrie, Exborg, Faramis, Florin, and Barrett's. Going to be a good matchup. Looking forward to this one. Both teams very strong. Both teams have performed well in previous tournaments. So let's see how they get on against each other. I'm not sure they've played each other that often.
Yes, indeed. And ladies and gentlemen, we are heading into Land of Dawn. It is going to be Otog Esports on the blue side, Silentio on the red. And yeah, let's take a look at the starting positions from both teams right now. And it seems to be that both junglers are starting off onto the orange. So, excuse me. I had some dinner, right? I'm gonna get gassed.
No worries, dude. Happens to all of us for sure.
Eat your dinner, by the way. It's already 7, almost 8 right here. So yeah, get some snacks, get your dinner ready, and just enjoy the matches.
For sure. And down on the bottom lane, we got a small fight going on with Kyo having to back off there.
And the presence from the Paquito is showing, out leveling this X-Borg at the moment. Looking at like he got a bit of a burst over there, and maybe a couple combos. He's gonna get the Faraga armor get taken out, and it will. And that shows the impressiveness from the Paquito and its early damage output. And that is why the Paquito is picked onto the X-Borg to whittle down that Faraga armor in an instant.
Oh, over
And
on top.
Up on top.
Kit in
Trying
bit
to
of trouble.
aid. Kid getting smothered by both the Minotaur and the Harith. And Silencio are looking at that information. The Minotaur is out of position. Super Cheesy is getting a cheese out of the way in the front of 4 people. Not even hold on. Oh,
Wow.
wait. Big detonus welcome under the turret. I
There
think
goes,
that Harith is
yeah.
dead. Big
Nearly
pick off.
escaped, but
He,
big pick off.
I,
Yeah.
I was about to say that vengeance over there would have saved his life. But like a really well aimed death is welcome to dash in. Hold on a minute. Big taunt not gonna be there. He has to extend his stay under that turret. Will he get another? No, he will not.
No.
A lot of
So.
aggression from both teams.
Oh, but Migs gets caught.
But the Florence healing will be enough. No, it will not. Nobody home on the first kill.
Wow. Getting chased though. Has to be careful. There's the slain. It had to come, didn't it?
It's all kills at this point. It's 2-2. Autok Eagle got the better of it because of the gold plays that is happening on the top lane. But going on to the turtle fight, because that is where the action should be happening at the second minute of the game. But it seems to be that Aya is attending to his purple, while Kakarot is manning the turtle, gonna scooch it over onto their side. But not that fast of a clear. So Silencio can
chance
contest
to
it,
steal.
but look at the knockbacks from that Paquito. Hamburger doing a really good job, but there's the last insanity and the big timing. Kakarot manages to get that turtle. Netherrealm gonna be used, but there's the bloom healing, and that is enough to keep them in the fight and to get the kill onto Queen Pie.
Yes, indeedy. So
And a solo kill up on top.
yeah, we
Super
missed it.
easy, big
Yeah.
redemption.
Wow.
Okay, despite the pressure that was going on onto Super Cheesy, he manages to get a kill onto Kit, and that is Kit's second death of this game right now. So it seems to be like that other death from the opposite side of the gold lane is basically equaled out. So that gave Super Cheesy a little bit more opening to just try to do some damage right now, especially in the early game. And I believe like that is enough damage for him. And will it be a snowball for Auto Ego?
Yes, indeed. Good questions for sure. And we're going to have our next turtle in a whole minute. And until then,
Yeah.
we're going to see some crazy little scraps going on.
Big down the line, a couple knockups. Aya still has his ultimate, but he's gonna get smothered by 4. But a big Minoan's Fury onto 3. And he pays his life for it. And 2 more falling down for Silencio. Netherrealm is gonna be out. Forced up. Look at Kakarot's position. Onto the backline. Kid is gonna go down. The Fireman is gonna be big trouble, but he manages to get one. Super Cheesy, eating a good amount of Ghost Bursters. Shadow Stampede out of here. Will he deal enough damage? He probably will not. Not
Wow.
enough.
And now Migs goes down to, and that
With a double
gives
kill.
Otog Ego Esports the early advantage. These fights have been going back and forth, but they'll be happy with that one.
100%, but that Savior has no business trying to be in the front. But considering the Minotaur is there, why not? He's gonna get that last bit of minions just so that he can get that farm before he recalls.
Makes sense for sure. And yeah, Kit is going to have to play very carefully from here on out.
Yeah, considering that Harith 1, 2, 3 right now, like, but that's a good amount of team fight participation. But trying to look at the Lord Dance right now, a big knockup once again from Queen Pie, pieing all over them, and there's a eat him up, spit him out. Miz is gonna go down, and there's a big fight. Aya gotta get chased down. Big Shadow Stampede on Super Cheesy.
Wow.
But Aya gonna get bursted down once again.
They
Silencio.
are in sync. Silencio are not, and they are in trouble.
And Auto Ego still wants to fight. Kyo in position of last insanity, but the Minotaur is there with the healings. And look at the Lex mark off screen. Gonna get bursted down by that Paquito. Oh my goodness. And there might be another kill. Kyo's gonna go down to Super Cheesy. Auto Esport maximizing their lead.
Wow. Yep, that's some early dominance.
Oh, they're looking for a fight once again. Big Don like barely gets makes to 0. Aya trying to get his farm, but no, gonna get smothered by the members of Auto Ego in his own jungle. Big Appraiser's Wrath
Wow.
from that Shadow Stampede.
Yeah,
That was a detriment to the farmers instead of a benefit.
Yep, that's some crazy early lead. This is gonna be very difficult to come back from.
Dude, Auto Ego like asserting their dominance right now. Did you see that Lexmark pull with the Shadow Stampede? But that was just unfortunate because that Fredrune was right on your face when you got there.
It's
He was on your
brutal.
face ready for the ultimate.
Ouch.
And we're looking at a big kill once again. Oh, big fight. Under the tier 2. The first tower is not on the bottom lane. Is not down yet. That's how much of a lead that Harith has, and the confidence that he has with the shields that he get from that second skill, that chrono dash. Mind you, that the shield comes in as he dashes instead of after the dash.
Right.
So that in and of itself gives him a good amount of sustainability
Yes.
in the access to his sustain.
Ooh, good
Because like
drop.
like it's better earlier than not. Hold on a minute. Kyo gonna get bursted down. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. He almost an outplay. Hamburger has no choice but to flicker out. Had to use that field. And big burst from the Paquito with a double kill. Kid's gonna go down.
But
Aya.
4-on-1
Oh,
over here, but they
Cash outta
can't
here.
get it. Wow,
Cash
and
out
now
here,
it's
Cash
going
out,
to
gonna
turn
get that
around.
stun. Big knockups from that Minotaur. Down force and the dashes. Super cheesy. He's gonna get that one kill onto the next mark. And another one onto Aya in hands of Hamburger. And Auto Esports still asserting their dominance.
Yes, indeedy.
Yeah, the tower's gonna get taken out, and like Auto Esports in a huge lead right now. Currently in a comfortable 7K gold lead, 18-6 in the 8th minute of the game. Turtle hasn't even spawned yet, and considering like they're keeping on fighting, they're gonna wait for the turtle to turn into the Lord by the 8th minute, and it is gonna turn into a Lord, but hell no, they're gonna fight. Big ultimate from the X-Borg. Hakor's gonna go in trying to tank the turrets. A lot of members are low from Auto Esports,
But they
but
get
Aya
the
gonna get
kill.
busted down nonetheless.
Wow, very strong team play. And
Oh, big
snipe!
from downtown!
Wow.
Aliza Lafren.
And they're gonna get an uncontested Lord. And yeah, that's gonna mean a very different style of play is now needed from
Silencio.
Silencio. Yes.
Think about this. Like, oh man, I'm really speechless right now. Like, what's happening?
Yeah, they're very good.
All I can say is, simply put, it's just a big stomp in the early, like, before the mid to late portions of the game.
Yeah. That was insane.
Mine becoming black now because we're going on fights non-stop. But no, he tried to get that Daytona's welcome, but the immunity from that Minotaur and that big kill from the Kakarot. Everyone's going in between the two turrets.
Mad.
They don't care, guys.
Monster
And
kill.
Anya, God.
Wow, that's been an all-action 9 minutes 30 seconds, non-stop violence and
Non-stop action, and look at that Harith not giving a damn about these turrets. It just goes in with a Zowan force. And because of that zone out from that Harith, turrets are gonna get taken out. Top is gonna be one. Bottom might be next, but carry's gonna take care of it. Kakarot to big ultimate just to keep himself alive, but Silencio in defense mode at the very least.
okay, and they got a kill onto Hamburger, which they'll be happy with, but they need a lot more than that.
Way more. Like, I don't know if they could come back from this 10K gold lead.
Agreed.
Trying to get the consent. I think he got that purple.
Yep.
So
looks like.
that is something for Aya. But then again, 163. And like everyone is like smothering that jungler right now, despite the tankiness that he should have had. He should have had the tankiness, but considering that lead from Auto Ego is not looking good,
So high, yeah.
and the Savior also now has the Auto Ego now has the Blood Wings. Blood Wings giving him an extra shield, extra movement speed, and considering like them, like I see a good amount of magic defense from that Florent as well as the Barats, but considering like if you're up against if you're trying to target the ones that don't have magic defense, which is the carry, the Faramis, and the X-Borg, yeah, that Savior is still gonna do a lot of damage. And mind you that this patch, in this Courage patch right now, all of the tank items are nerfed.
Right. Wow. Okay. Good to
All
know.
the tank items are nerfed, but in return, the tank heroes themselves are getting buffed.
Okay.
So it's basically an equalize onto them just to encourage just encourage tank heroes to play tank and non-tank heroes to like not build tank items.
Builds.
You know what I
Yep,
mean?
yep. It was a big thing
Yeah,
in the
this
last meta. Yep, for sure.
yeah, this current thing, like you see like non-tanks building tank items, and that gave them a huge amount of benefit because they have innate damage output that they don't need damage items to deal damage. So
Right.
we're just gonna force you to like play some sort of tank, like as a tank, if you know what I mean. Speaking of tanks with the big initiations, he tried blocking. He tried blocking that knockup with that Donald's welcome. There's no initiation factor. Netherrealm's gonna be out, but Migs is gonna go down. There's a big knockup once again from Aya. Onto Aya, rather. And he goes down as well. But the big last insanity from Kyo manages to kill that Fredrin, but a revenge kill from Alisa. There's only two defenders left. It's only Kit and Lexmark. But that Harith is going to lock onto the tower. And
There
a
it
kill to boot from
goes.
Hamburger. Autok Ego with the win.
Very strong from Otog Ego. Really impressive stuff. I am amazed at how quickly they got in the lead, kept the lead, and just snowballed it. So yeah, great victory for them. Let's take a look at the post-game stats.
One thing that I would implore you to look out for in this current season is the Harith. Harith is literally at the top of the rankings, the top priority gold laner right now. And like you see a lot of the teams, like like a couple teams right now banning the assassins, but like that's basically giving openings to the tank junglers, which is namely the Barretts, namely the Fredrin, you know. So we're gonna see a lot more utility junglers, but that Harith, my God, is you gotta watch out for him because he is a menace throughout, and you really gotta watch out for him.
Yeah,
And
that
like
was
the amount of
impressive, yes. And
uh,
the Xavier MVP. So, yeah, getting a lot of
yeah,
love in this meta.
in this current season, we don't see a lot of Savior right now, but the usage of the Savior is actually really good because he really outranges them, like literally all of the lineup of Silencio. Like no one can get to him. That's why the assassins are banned, so that you have the backline heroes to have some free reign, and they're gonna have to commit, like they're gonna have to like double the effort to try to take the Saber down, which
Yeah.
actually like Silencio couldn't do because
That
there's a lot of peel
and
coming
if
from the Fredrin as well as the Minotaur.
right, and if you focus too much, you're leaving openings in other places as well, which is
Yes.
something else that we saw. So impressive game from Otog Esports. They will go through to the next round. Hard luck for Silencio. They'll definitely be back bigger, better, stronger in our next season. So yeah, we'll be back with our next game in about 30 minutes. So see you all very soon. Up next, we actually have a very interesting matchup. It's Sharks Gaming versus Tags. And Tags has been made up of 5 good MLBB players, but they haven't played much together. So it's sort of like a dream team, but we don't know if it will work or not yet. So it's going to be an interesting match. We'll see you for that one after a short break. Alright, we're muted. And we are back with the draft. This time it's Sharks Gaming versus Tags.
Yes, we are Sharks Gaming versus Tags, and you said that Tags has a really good set of lineup.
It's an interesting lineup. They're all good at MLBB, but they haven't played much together.
Let's see if that's gonna come into a factor right now as we head into the draft. And they use set of bans this time around. Moscow being the first ban for what's the blue team? What's the blue team again?
This is Sharks Esports.
Sharks Gaming.
Yeah,
Sharks
Gaming.
Esports as well as the Ruby, and the second set is going to be the Florin as well as the Chip. And do you know what Chip does? Because we see him in the first time in this drafting, and Harith, of course, first pick. Why did I forget?
Of course, yeah. I don't know much about the Chip. I've used him once in a game, and I have some idea, but like not in terms of high level play.
Well, you know that he does the portals, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Chip is like in a really good composition, or like in a very well synced up 5-man. Chip is a menace because of how you can utilize the portals to your advantage. If even if Chip is alone, he's basically 5 people because he could
Right.
just drop a portal and have his teammates from anywhere in the map just respond to him, and then that's where you can go ham. But the data's out of the picture, so we're not gonna talk about that. For the next 2 picks, 4 tags is going to be the Angela and the Vixana. Very squishy first 2 picks. And we're gonna take a look at the other side right now for Sharks Esports is going to be the Fredrin and the Arlot. Your usual picks. I think they're really good in this meta. As well as the Hilda. I don't know where she's gonna go. Most probably gonna be in XP since there's the Angela and Vexana. Very honest. The last 2 bans are going to be junglers right now. Half utility is going to be the Barretts as well as the Martis. But I just realized that Matilda is open. Oh god. Matilda is going to be very good with the Fredrin in
And there
terms
it
of
is.
ability, and they're gonna wrap this up with a Novaria to keep them in vision, and that is really good since Hilda really likes bushes. So you're just gonna get one big ultimate, and you're going to have a lot of information on where Tags members are.
Right.
Hilda most likely gonna be in the XP lane. Very unusual, but if you're gonna take a look at the one on one aspect, particularly the Hilda against the Arlot, Hilda might do okay, but she has to like manage the regen ability because if you take too much damage, you're not gonna be in position for the fights. But considering like Hilda is just very oppressive in the early parts of the game, and Arlot just having to manage his skills, it's still gonna be a skilled matchup. And Tags wrapped up their draft with the Roger. Usually, nowadays he would have been in the gold lane because his early damage and his mana cost being reduced. He's actually a really good lane bully, but they're opting to go for the Roger in the jungle with the carry gonna melt down the tanky lineup of Sharks Gaming. So yeah, they're gonna try to go for a more core centric lineup with the Roger and the Angela gonna mount onto him with the hard guard. So it's more of a damage dealing lineup than bit of a front to back with utility. But we're gonna find out in this matchup as we head into the land of dawn. Sharks Gaming versus Tags, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, indeedy. Going to be an interesting matchup, and obviously on the blue team Sharks, on the red team Tags. And yeah, like I say, good players individually, good players on other teams. Haven't played much together, so we're going to see if they get that instant chemistry, or if the talent shows through, or if Sharks
Oh,
Gaming...
look at that force. The Matilda Super Awa forced that retribution onto the Roger. Does not want to get the threat of a steal, but that is information for Sharks Gaming. So this is gonna force a detour of rotation from Tags. But look at this Matilda being so impressive, and the concussive blast. I believe I'm not sure if it took the small camp, but that is a I believe so. They're almost at level 2,
Yeah,
so
I think so. Good aggressive steal.
aggressive steal. I don't see a concussive blast, but at that particular moment, it bode well for Super Awa on this Matilda. So I would
Indeed,
say
and then
I
down at
would
the
name
bottom.
him. What's the name of that? Roger Clover. I'm gonna call him Clover for now, since it's not an actual name. But nonetheless, like that is basically like a camp less from the Roger, and in return, the Fredrin got it to level 4 first, and gonna go for an instant kill onto Aurora on that Angela. And that is a big Sharks Gaming advantage as ID with that big snipe onto unknowns.
Yes,
Really good start for
indeed.
this game.
Yeah, good 2 kills, and they'll be very happy with that. Great start. Turtle spawns in 10 seconds, and they're going to be in prime position to get it as well.
Prime position indeed, as they're still dealing some pressure. And that Hilda, quite under level, just hitting level 3. Roger had the like it pounds, but will the sustain be enough? And he used that vengeance dash onto the turtle very safely. He is gonna recall anyway. But hold on a minute. Oh, there's that side, but a big steal from Clover. And a flame shot to boot. And tags are gonna get away with it. Okay, a minor win for them.
Yeah, indeed, yeah. They got the turtle, they'll be pleased, and didn't have to take any deaths, no lives lost in the process. So, yeah, it's a good little battle there that they'll feel like they got an advantage in. Let's see what comes
Well, I
up
wouldn't
next.
say overall an advantage. Sharks Gaming did get 2 kills, a really
True.
good early game for Sharks Gaming, but at the very least, Tags got something in return. So it's not the lead is not going to be as devastating as what you would expect.
Very true. Yes, yes. So, oh, very aggressive.
Yeah, very aggressively. He saw that Matilda. Oh, look at that slow. Had to use a hard guard to try to get the boost of movement speed, but it's like very, very premature. There is a guiding wind gonna transport the Fredrin in the middle of the team fight. Gonna get the kill onto unknown, but a big eternal guard from that Vixana and a big snipe from the Novaria. ID dealing a lot of damage, but look at that Lycan Pounds once again. Arcisa is gonna get too close for comfort. And Lycan Pounds
Yeah.
once again has to figure out
Overpushed, and
ID.
now NMB's chasing, but not quite.
I'm gonna call him Clover because it's a
Clover.
Clover emoji, Clover picture.
Yeah, that's
But,
great.
but yeah, Super Awa and ID. Oh my goodness! Oh my god! Okay, he suspects something. He smells blood. Oh my goodness!
Yeah, great play.
Great play. Like that was just like a lucky stretch. That was a lucky stretch. He knew that both members are out. ID got a kill. I mean, ID got killed. And considering the intuition from that Roger to just simply go in, he has that second skill while in wolf form, which means he has sights. He can see those who are under like 40 or under 50% HP.
Wow.
So that is basically
okay.
vision. And once he gets smell onto the low HP enemies, he gets an extra bit of movement speed, which is why he was able to dive in without any question.
And here's the second turtle of the game.
Tags is gonna really minuscule that gold difference from Shark Gaming, but they're gonna get that fight. Hero first, they say, but the Arla dies in the process.
Oh, they
And
get
they
the
get the
turtle
kill.
again.
Steal once again with the hard guard. So the Roger's gonna deal a lot of damage. The Frederick has no choice but to get back. He's gonna get scrammed off his purple buff, and Tags are going to be the aggressors this time around.
Wow. Okay, they flipped it on its head from the early start,
Flip-
and they've cut
flip
that
the
gold
script.
lead.
It's basically nothing at this point, but like if they keep this up, it's gonna be very much in favor of Tags in this point of the game. Man, big early, but a very more devastating mid for Tags.
Yeah, wow. Good little comeback and a great match so far. Let's see how it swings, if it swings again. And they get a turret there. An Alchemist in trouble, goes down.
Oh, ID, big snipe, big star shatter. Thanks to the damage output of Carbs, but he's gonna pay the price. Clover getting that kill once again. Aurora trying to flicker out in positioning, but Arcisa shutting him down. That is the jungler of Tags being gone and evading the dash from that Eternal Guard. Try to get that hard guard, try to survive, but the Harris is out of mana. Having to resort to basic attacks, and that will help with that Fredrin, the damage dealt.
Oh,
Car's gonna get the double kill,
And it
barely. Sharks
swings
Gaming
back again to Sharks. What a game!
in the
What a match!
in the driver's seat once again. Okay, good revenge kill. And mind you, that we haven't talked about the gold lane up until now. We're talking about Clover and the events with that turtle, with the first two turtles of the game in the early game that Sharks Gaming had, and Tags trying to get one for themselves. But now that this Harith has a good amount of snowball, Sharks Gaming might have what they needed.
Yeah, I see that, and there's another kill by the Matilda.
And the Matilda, I think they're mad. They're mad right now that Tags. Okay, we have that lead, right? But we have a little bit of an oopsies right here and there, and Tags is gonna get in the lead. You know what? Fine. Let's make our players online. There's a Harith, and there's a
There we
flying spell,
go.
and everything is all around. Cards with a killing spree, and now they're gonna be in control of the third turtle of the game.
Yes, indeed, they are uncontested. No possible steal this time for Tags. And yeah, very.
And on that note, I think it's 4K now in favor of Sharks Gaming.
Yes,
And
that
let's see what
jumped
Tags are
quick.
gonna have to do. Do they want to flip the script once again? Look at the Arla doing a lot of damage onto that Roger, but the Guiding Wind in the second skill threshold, but the Novaria, it's a lot of damage.
Yeah, that they had to
Far.
back off straight away.
But Hilda, I'm not sure if it's voting well for them. I would imagine the Hilda being more oppressive onto the Arlot, but like it's a 1v1 standpoint. This is a 5v5 game, and that Arlot really participating in those team fights right now and trying to get those final slashes. But look at that Lycan pounce really far onto that Matilda, but the shields are too much for him. Barely missing the final slash. He's very low. Had to dash out. He is like a sneeze away and almost gonna get that, but he has to reposition. But meanwhile, Unknown's gonna get the
Wow,
kill.
that was a
All
lucky
the way.
escape.
Post
Yeah.
to post.
Wow.
He could replenish himself, but Carps is gonna be the one dealing damage right now. 1-to-1 trade, but the gold lane still getting some kills.
Stun.
He has the benefit of the hard guard. Okay. And yeah, Tags. Very, very, very shaky, but does a lot of damage as well. Oh my god, this Novaria is cracked. This Novaria is cracked with the aims, with the accuracy of that Star Shatter.
Straight across the map and hits every time.
And considering that Sharks Gaming has been chasing the Roger all the way around, I'm not sure like which benefits who, but Sharks Gaming, they have that lead, and they want some more. And Unknown's taking a lot of damage as per
Yeah.
usual. But like you're an XP lane, I am curious about the itemizations right now because it can only go on one of two things, and it's that either the Hilda is going for damage or sustain, but it seems to be his damage, but it's not penetration. Very interesting, like endless battle and into the war axe. Building into the war axe. I am not sure about this because yes, you have some DPS. You have to stay in the fight to maximize this damage output from those two items.
Right,
Good
if you
amount
get
of
burnt
reduction.
down before you can use any of your damage, then it's not necessarily worthwhile.
Exactly. Either like you deal a lot of damage by yourselves with a tank build. So it's quite like redundant to like go for a damage build unless you are built to be that way. Like the composition allows for you to do it, but like from what I'm seeing, I don't think it should, because if you build Hilda as like a damage dealer, all you need is like the the Angela to build some support items to maximize the healing. Basically, Tags does not have a front line, and Sharks Gaming is taking advantage of that 100%. But there's a big knockoff of Pixana. Gonna set the sights onto this middle inhibitor, but that damage once again from the Novaria. The Roger being out of position in defense mode, as per usual, a successful defense so far, but Sharks Gaming are still applying that pressure. Top, bottom, and mid
Mid.
in unison, chipping down.
All three at the same time.
Getting chipped down. Like Tags
Yeah.
Gaming, like they have to like divide the task, which they cannot do because of the deficit they are currently in.
Indeedy. But they are going to try and make a stand on this tower, but Sharks back off wisely.
Barely keeping it alive. Sharks Gaming is gonna respect them. Is gonna respect their position they're currently in, but Sharks Gaming they can still strike at any time.
For sure, and backing off in that situation allows them to steal up the jungle as well, so yeah, it was a smart play there. Tags are going to have to do something a bit different. That is a lot of damage every time it lands.
Oh, look at that DPs from Super Awa. Super Awa, overconfident, and he's healing more than the healer could do damage, and the healer taking a lot of damage, has to sprint out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no frontliner that any hit of the Navaria skill can like basically like whittle them down
Yeah.
down to 60%, 50%. It's like basically half HP, and look at that again.
In one shot, yeah. It's a real weapon that they haven't been able to deal with all match.
Yeah, and there's no assassin apart from the Roger in a way. But then again, do you have enough burst to try to get the members of Sharks Gaming down into the threshold of where Roger can get his momentum going? But by the looks of things, I don't think it's gonna happen.
No, it's a solid defense, and they're playing cautiously. Sharks Gaming respecting the defensive positioning, but it's gonna go one way, it looks like, at the moment, unless Tags pull something off insane.
Word to Wise here, if you have a really huge lead like that, I'd rather freeze the lanes. Freeze the lanes, don't touch the enemy lanes. Let the minions meet in the middle of where they're going to meet. Because of that, the tags won't be able to reach their minions because they're way in the middle of the map.
So at the moment, they're actually allowing Tags some easy defense and farm because they are killing the minions and not letting the minions fight.
Look at the minions right there, top
Yeah.
and bottom.
Yeah.
They're currently in mid. Sharks Gaming has a huge lead that they'd rather do that because if you kill the minion waves from top, mid, and bottom, the waves or your waves are going to them now at this time, which means they're gonna get some of the farm,
Right.
which means they're gonna get a little bit of a bit of a comeback. They're much needed item power spikes, so you must pause their gold. You must pause their gold flow
Right.
so that you're gonna keep that lead to yourselves.
It makes a lot of sense. Good tactical explanation there.
Yeah, but tactical explanation, they just want to go ham for Sharks
Wow.
Gaming, and they're gonna burst down this hill once again. They're gonna go down. Woo! And a big final slash to take down Alchemist.
It was a strong
And that is
stand.
Oh,
It was a
really
valiant
quick.
stand. But
Sharks Gaming
Sharks
gonna
Gaming.
take that win with authority.
Yeah, that was impressive in the end. It was good early back and forth fighting until Sharks Gaming got what they needed in terms of items. And yeah, let's take a little look at the post-game results.
Yeah, I am really skeptical about this Hilda pick in the XP lane. I'd rather you have it on the roam or something. But then again, it's not a pick. It's not a good pick either, as you are against a Fredrin, which can absolutely deal with the Hilda. And another gripe of that Hilda is that she doesn't have a good amount of penetration, which means a lot of the damage is gonna get mitigated, particularly the Arlot as well as the Fredrin, with them having anti-cuirasses. So that is a good amount of physical damage getting mitigated from that Hilda. And you do have the Angela and the Vixana. I believe they're valid first picks so that you can try to dictate on what you want to do. But considering that, Sharks Gaming, they had their first picks on the Harith and the Matilda and the Fredrin, like every member of that lineup is solid. What you would see in a professional game. Like lineup wise, I believe that Sharks Gaming is quite better.
Yeah, they managed to get their lineup there correct, and it's good. Tags will learn from this. This was one of their first games playing together, and they'll get their lineup sorted and come back better and stronger in the next season. But Sharks
Learning
Gaming,
experience.
exactly, a very good one, and Sharks Gaming will go through to the next round. Congratulations to them for the win. Impressive performance. Nice early close battles in the early game, which made that match very exciting. And then yeah,
But it
the dominance took over in the end for sure.
exactly.
Nice. Great game, guys. We will be back with the last game in roughly 20 minutes. See you very soon. And we are back with the draft.
You should.
What up? What up? Yeah.
Ray Ash, my co-host, with me. Getting straight into the action. No
All right.
preamble.
Yeah. So the last matches are going to be
I am a daughter of Northern Vale. I swear to protect it till my last
Yeah,
breath.
the last match of the day. Good question. We are looking at Hexaprieve versus IRE or IRE Esports. And yeah, looking forward to this one. Both solid teams, both have gone far in this event before. Expect a good
yeah
matchup.
last match of the night. Let's keep it
Indeed.
spicy. And the freshman this time is gonna get banned. Please, the Harris. Please ban the Harris. Otherwise, it's gonna get first pick.
It's a diggy ban, so here we go with the Harif. Jiza King has favourite picks though, so he might not.
It's gotta be the Harris.
Oh, okay, it's the Harif. It's too strong to pass up.
It's too strong to pass up, man. I swear. Right
Yeah.
now, oh, Masha. Masha's like a strong one as well. But it was Hubbard there, and they're gonna opt for the Angela Barrett instead. Alright. I'm curious about the Freya ban. I would say is respect, I guess. But okay. I like that the freshman is banned since, we need a different type of, jungler that we, more accustomed to, be more catered towards like assassins maybe. I'm not sure. But then again, utility, they're gonna deny that Matilda Barrett's pick. It's a potential that the Angela can go mid lane, so just to be safe. Also, they really want this Matilda pick. So it is gonna go in the hands of Hexaprieve, as well as Vixana, HP base damage from that Eternal Guard. And
Okay,
ooh,
now
Ling!
Ooh.
Angeling! Okay. Ling was very underpowered until he got a buff in the last patch.
Right.
I wouldn't say he's OP, but he's actually he's more comfortable to use. His the scaling of his attack speed is cut in half, so he's not gonna deal a lot of fast basic attacks, but his damage output overall is way more increased.
Makes sense. So a nice strong pick there, and we are down to
And
our last phases.
oh, there's no ban for Ayer, but the Masha. You haven't seen her in a hot minute, but Masha, she really hurts. I'll just say that. She has 3 HP bars, and she can use her skills in disposal to try to burst people down.
Makes sense. Looking at the last 2 picks here. For
The Valentina
Hexaprieve.
gonna get picked. A bit of an advanced pick if you ask me, since there's not a lot of good ultimates to copy with the Valentina, apart from the Circling Eagle, I guess, to try to get this initiation. So Hexaprieve is gonna have to draft a little bit more wisely to mitigate that effect from the Valentina. And I think, I think that's like one ultimate that she could use in this lineup, which is the penalty zone from that Terizla. And it is going to go into XP lane against the Barat this time, since the Ling is going to be the one jungling this time.
That makes a lot of sense.
And the
Let's-
Martis has a good early damage and can go synergistically well with the Matilda because of the mobility she provides. She can try to aid Martis the mobility to try to get in range with a Decimate. And the last pick going with the Nathan. And have you seen this hero lately in
I
last
have not
season?
seen Nathan a lot. I saw it in the last season, yes, but that was a while ago now, as you know. So yeah, I haven't
Okay.
seen him in a while.
Big while ago. Think of him as a Claude that he uses his monkey or like his hologram monkey to transport to dash onto other places. Very mobile as well, but that is his ultimate, the entropy, which gives him another clone of himself to deal extra damage. And
Wow.
mind you, the Nathan deals extremely high damage. He scales really well into the late game. And a very formidable foe against the Harith because of the damage output. He can outdamage the Harith in the late game. He just got to be well positioned And we will see if that's going to come into fruition as you head into the land of Dawn, Hexapree versus IR Esports, the last match of the night.
Indeedy. Who will go through? Who will go out? And yeah, let's get straight into the action. We've seen the lineups, we've seen the comps, and we've had some great matches today. So will this one live up to the billing?
Also, I should remind you about another point of the patch. There was a universal patch where, like I said before, the tank items are nerfed, but the tanks themselves get buffed to discourage non-tank
Yes.
heroes to build tank items. Another is the adjustments of mana cost. Majority of the heroes that really use up mana, particularly in the jungle, have been reduced. The mana cost is reduced, which is a benefit for them. But in return, the cost reduction from the purple buff that Ling actually really needs got cut in half as well. So it's a bit of a a sort of middle ground universal adjustment that can set the tone on what heroes that you could be using and which heroes that can benefit from the purple buff be less detriment. The effects be less detrimental when they don't have the purple buff.
Right, right.
So
Oh.
Ling may be a little bit more comfortable to use, but he got the kill
First
instantly
blood.
onto Mina Cutie. Tip of the Blade's gonna deal a lot of damage, and that is the big beauty of the Ling right there. Very mobile, and he deals a lot more damage per dash. Because like I said before, his attack speed is gonna be like almost non-existent. He's gonna opt for burst damage, and that is exactly what the Ling is going for. Burst damage, and S Dash is doing it. Dashing a lot, man.
Yep, impressive.
And he deals a lot of
early.
damage.
Yeah, S-Dash always picks dashy characters. I mean, it's in the name. It's
The name checks out.
the name
Name checks out. That is the that is like the pure purpose of your name. Your name like that, and you gotta live up to your name, figuratively and literally. And speaking of, Jesus came with a solo kill onto the Nathan, so a big
Wow,
kill
yeah,
onto the
down on
gold lane.
Yeah, down on the gold lane. We were looking at other action, but yeah, impressive, and that gets it back to 1-1.
Yeah. And if you look at the Valentina trying to zone out the members of Hexapreve and trying to get that tip of the blazer, but Nak got that turtle. That is a big win, but they're still gonna fight. Will IR Esports bounce back from that turtle steal? But no, a minor win for Hexapreve. IR Esports.
Yeah,
It's a bit
yeah.
of a wash in terms of the gold lead. Per se.
Yeah, that's taken it basically back to level. There's obviously the small 500 gold, but that can be overcome very quickly.
Yeah, nothing too devastating from either team so far. Both cores of either team got a kill. S-Dash got a kill, and Jesus King got a kill. So, like those heroes that got a good amount of momentum, the early 200 gold in their bank, they might have to focus on them for now. Because like those are damage dealers that you really need. Speaking of damage, hold on a minute. The Ling gonna get smothered by that nether touch from the Vexana.
That
And a
was-
kill onto the Martis. You don't want to see that, man.
No, that's early, and it's it's the wrong character to go down.
Yeah, and especially the wrong character to give that kill onto the Martis.
Very true.
And now he has a killing spree, which is a little bit of a buff, or say an adjustment rather. And will that be in tandem with the majority of Hexapreve being onto the tower of IR Esports?
Yeah.
Man, they're gonna maximize this 100%.
Yeah, but they had to back off smartly there. They realized
Respect.
team help was coming, and they didn't want to get caught right on the turret.
And in the 4th minute of the game, both cores, the jungler and the gold lane, are having their high item power spikes. Look at oh my goodness. Oh, what an outplay! 2v1 for the bottom lane! You just missed it.
Just jumped off it as it happened.
Yeah,
yeah.
I just said Nak has his Hunter Strike and Jason King got his Starlium Scythe, so he can just dash in and the extra true damage helps out. Also his Vengeance, blocking
Right.
or at least like reducing the damage output from that Nathan with the Vengeance. In result, he outplayed the 2v1 situation down on bottom lane.
That's crazy play. We just missed it, but yeah, good explanation of how it went down.
Yeah,
Oh.
big power spike onto the Harith. You don't want to see that, especially in the early 5 minutes of the game. Seven of the Blades going to get in the penalty zone as well from this Arizla. 10k Izumo gonna get taken out, but jungler on jungler action. The Martis down as well. Both junglers are out. Hexapreve IR Esports gonna be in Hexapreef's territory, but the Ling, big damage from S Dash. 2-1 situation, 2-1
Yeah.
trade rather in favor of our
Impressive.
esports.
Yep, good play. However, the turtle is now back in play. Both teams opting not to go for it straight away.
Yeah, both junglers are basically incapacitated. I would say jungler and XP rather. The Barrett I forgot is the XP laner of that lineup, but S Dash has to reposition himself, try to replenish himself to reposition. I just said it well twice, but anyway. But just to say, you gotta fix himself first before he got into the fights. And yeah, Hexapreef is respecting that fact, and they'd rather have their business elsewhere as he got another kill for Jesus King.
Yes, indeedy. And down in the jungle, just clearing up their own
And that is
side.
the third death. A third death of the Nathan, so yeah, incapacitated from this matchup. Fajora, man, barely having his items. He does have attack speed now from that Feather of Heaven on his way to get that Starlium Scythe himself, but the damage output from that Harith. 30% cooldown reduction already. He does have the book. He does have the book, the Starlium Scythe, and the magic shoes. So Jesus King is gonna dash endlessly now. And he does have that Starlium Scythe. Like I said, the reason why he outplayed the damage output of Fajora. Jesus King is gonna deal a lot of damage. But then again, I would like to address another snowball situation from this Martis. He did fall once, but he got that kill and he got a power spike. So just that one item, and with the help of his teammates, with a good amount of positioning and a good amount of damage, this Martis might go on a roll. But they're gonna get their attention onto the top lane as they want to get a kill onto the Nathan instead. But he has to use the ultimate to get out of here. I am seeing the ultimate lights, the green lights. It's a sign of the ultimate's being up. But now, Ling gonna get into action with the help of the hard guard. The fight is being divided, so they're gonna get down. Onto the turret is the Ling, and I believe he get a kill onto Jesus King. Big shutdown, double kill for Nak on the Martis. And the Ling gonna get a reposition. Fajora gonna get the kill onto the Pixana. And now get the attention onto Vajora. And he gets taken out once again. Trades left and right and center.
That was an absolute mad
goodness.
back and forth. Yes, my friend. Only one left alive? Oh no, okay. People slowly coming back online, quite quickly back online.
No, everyone's dying. Everyone's gotta get back to their bases, and no
Yes.
turtle is gonna get contested until now.
Right,
So
right.
S Dash is gonna be, manning the turtle for now, but he does not have company. So, yeah, gonna respect the fact that the majority of the members are there, but look at the Martis gonna attend to his buffs first. So does the Ling, which he desperately needs. But considering, it's 8 minutes now, the turtle's gonna transform into the Lord, and an instant hard guard. Look at the bottom lane. The Harith versus the Ling. Harith's gonna get taken very low, and the very healthy S-Dash gonna get his fast hands in action.
Indeedy, good play. This is an incredible matchup. We got 8-6, gold only 1,000 in it, 1 tower to 2, so very
Despite
close
the
match.
kill deficit. Despite the kill deficit, a good amount of lead. Well, not really good amount of lead, but it is a lead for our esports.
Yeah.
So, yeah, good position. But now they're going to send Ling onto the top lane to try to man that wave, which means one of the members are going to have to force to address it, because if they don't, the tier 2 on top is going to go down.
Oh yeah.
That is the luxury. That is the luxury you have from the mobility of the Ling. Gonna go from coast to coast, one side of the map to another in a flash with that Finch
Instantly,
poise.
Yeah, that was fast. Got back into the
big-
action.
Big benefit right now. And you're gonna take a look at Fajora manning the damage output onto the Lord. And there's a big death of his welcome. Gonna get onto one, but it's onto the Roamer with a good amount of regen. Now the Ling is gonna go in, trying to get that crowd control. Big knockout of the Vixana, just in time with that Tempest of Blades. He's gonna get out of here. And the Hexapreef is gonna go with the pressure, but most of their members aren't half HP. So it's the Lord being down to 20%. Everyone is zoning our esports out. Look at the Ling trying to go to the back lane, but Q letters gonna get that Lord for Hexapreef.
Wow.
And the fight is gonna continue, making kill for that Ling, but he's gonna get shut down
Yeah.
onto the freaking Martis.
Double kill.
3 down in exchange for the
Yeah.
Lord. Our
That-
esports might take it. It is an early Lord, so it's not gonna be a big deal, which means it's basically like equal footing. But our esports right now, 2v5 situation, they might take a turret for themselves, but no, they will not. They will have to address that Lord
Yes.
But then again, it's basically equal footing. There's a wave of minions coming down on mid, so they are gonna take one. No, it will not. The mini lord from that Vexana is gonna take care of it. Man,
Wow, what a game. 9-8. Gold still in IR Esports' favour, but it's a close match. It's going back and forth, and it will definitely come down to some of these objectives.
it is gonna get close right now, but our esports really wanting that mid lane. They want the vision. They want that middle turret getting taken out, but not if Hexaprieve has to say something about it. Big entropy out of here, aided with the hard guard. Link gonna spring into action with the help of that Dedatus Welcome. The Vexana is gonna go down. As well as Rise, they're trying to get initiation, trying to go for the front, but Rise BOS is not gonna save his life this time. A couple more kills under our esports belt.
Yep, and they can easily target that turret now.
Easily.
They've wanted
They
it
gotta
for
get the
a
Martis
while.
right now, but yeah, the marksman is there, which means it's gonna be a guaranteed kill, guaranteed tower takedown rather.
Yep.
And now this is the point of, this is the point where Martis, yes, he does get a good amount of kills, but will the burst damage suffice for him to get that kill threshold? But look at the experience action once again. Tempest of Blades, but look at that CC immunity from that Martis. And yeah, it's a bit of a hunky dory from both teams.
Yes, indeed. Have to back off. Have to give them their due. But they
Yeah,
are.
S dash. Look at S dash right now, 6-1 and 3. So the Ling is serving to be a really good factor right now. And look at his items. See, no attack speed item whatsoever. No corrosion scythe, no weight of nature, pure burst and crit. That is the part of the Ling that was buffed. And that is like he's maximizing to his full potential. He does have the Berserker's Fury, Great Dragon Spear. Have you heard of this item before?
The Dragon Spear? No, Is
Yeah,
it
the
a new
third
one?
item. Yes, it's basically like an item adjustment. You remember Scarlet Phantom, which is
Yes.
actually exiled from that. It comes in tandem with the Hass's Claws adjustment. The Hass's Claws gives attack speed and crit, and Great Dragon Spear provides critical damage as well as cooldown reduction.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And it
so
provides
online.
movement speed and it provides you movement speed when you use your ultimate, which is basically what the Ling needs to move around the fights even faster.
Right,
And
right.
considering that's like 20%, like an extra 45% critical rate
Wow.
for this Ling, who's gonna deal consistent damage, especially coupled with the endless battle. So S-Dash, that is the reason why, because of the snowball that he has from the items that he got. And he can easily burst down onto the backline and just go out because of the movement speed provided by that Great Dragon Spear. So, yeah, S-Dash is really the core of this lineup and really compensating for the fact that the Nathan was really getting a disadvantage in the early game.
Right.
So yeah, that is the importance of having a couple more damage dealers, because if one of them gets incapacitated, the other gets to shine. So you gotta have one or the other. But right now, Hexaprieve, they did have some early kills onto the Harith as well as the Martis. But considering the scaling that they have, it might fall off in our esports favor. Because the Ling, the Nathan, they're gonna get their items eventually. And so Hexaprieve has to address that. The only thing that they can, deal with is just try to get that burst damage to give the kill over to Martis, or get that initiation from that Terizla. Rise is gonna have like a really huge job to do, but they couldn't. They couldn't find that position. A big flicker out from the Mina Cutie in IE Sports. A big bastion from Hexaprieve gone.
Yeah. Turret down. Base turret down. And yeah, 2 left. And even those are only at half health. So yeah, a dire situation. Hexaprieve need to defend really well here.
Yeah, our esports are gonna crash on down to the mid lane. Hexaprieve, 5 members. I don't think they're gonna get in the front of the big dino. Barrett's Fedora gonna be in charge of that takedown once again. Only one inhibitor left for Hexaprieve, but a big Tempest of Blaze onto the back line. Not gonna be able to take down this Harith. He has to stay in his base. Big circle eagle from that Matilda. Soul gonna get taken out. Minicutie once again. That's a 1-to-1 trade. Double kill for Vajota. He's gonna deal a lot of damage. That's 4 members taken down from
Triple
Hexaprieve.
kill,
Triple kill.
monster.
Monster kill. Only the Terizla left, but eventually getting taken down. Maniac for Vajota. And that is a big wipeout, ladies and gentlemen. Our esports taking this. game.
Very good game. Close all the way to the end, but as you said there, the scaling just going and the itemization just going in the favor of IR Esports. Great plays as well. And let's take a look at those post-game stats.
I'm gonna discourage the selling of the items in the late game because I couldn't analyze that, man. But the fact of the matter is, yes, the big damage from the Ling is there. Like I said before, the Berserker's Fury, the Endless Battle, and the Great Dragon Spear. And I believe he had two Legion Swords, which in return he built a Blade of Despair as well. So maximum burst damage coming from that Ling, 7, 1, and 6. But the MVP going over to Angela because of the clutch hard guards that enables the majority of the members to keep on fighting and to not put them in the kill thresholds where the Martis desperately needs. Because the Martis, he built a couple damage items, Blade of Despair and Hunter Strike, but the shields provided by the Angela does not enable him to get those chain kills that he needs coming from the Decimate. And
Yes.
and I actually commend a couple steals for the side of Hexapreve, like the Vexana, for example, and the Harith getting a good amount of kills onto the gold lane. I gotta commend them for their early damage.
Right,
But
right. They were
but
good early. Yeah, but it
all
was
the same, the late game is what it matters, and they
definitely.
eventually got to it.
Yeah, definitely. And
They couldn't
Hexapreve
initiate.
put up a good fight until that point. But yeah, great win for IR Esports. They'll be through to the next round. That will be all for today for day one of Season 8 Guilds Arena. We will be back tomorrow, same time, with tomorrow's games. We have a couple more matches from round one and then straight into the quarterfinals. So, yeah, looking forward to that. See you all back here, same time, same place.
See ya.
Night.